You bought an old photograph at a flea market. The frame was simple, unvarnished wood, cracked glass, yellowed edges. No name, no date. Just a man in a black overcoat, wide-brimmed hat, standing in front of tall trees. His face is obscured by shadows. Something about the photo unsettled you. But you bought it anyway. You hung it in the hallway outside your bedroom. Day 1, nothing odd. The man, the trees, the light seemed frozen. But late in the night, you wake at 2 a.m. The hallway is dark. Only a faint sliver of moonlight filters through the curtains. You walk by the photograph, your stomach knots. The man looks different. He stands a little more forward, his posture straighter. The trees behind him denser, shadows sharper. You shake your head, exhausted, must be fatigue. Next morning you inspect the photo in daylight. Everything looks as before. The man's hat brim hides his face. His coat hangs loose. The trees are tall, but distant. You laugh at yourself, let it go. Night 2, you sleep in your room. Half asleep, you hear soft creak of floorboards. Then a whisper of wind, though windows are shut. You sit up. Heart pounding. You walk out into the dark hallway. The photo is there. The image feels alive. You stare. The man's face still hidden, but you feel eyes watching you. He looks straight ahead. Not to the side. You shiver. Then you retreat to the bedroom door, lock it. In the darkness, you try to sleep with eyelids heavy, mind racing. At 3 a.m., you hear knocking. Soft 3 knocks, slow, from the hallway. You freeze. It stops. No wind, no storm outside. You lie awake. Next morning, first light, you dare to approach the photograph. You examine every detail, the grain of wood in the frame, the crack in glass, the edges of his coat, the brush of leaves behind him. At the bottom corner where the photo meets frame, faint smudge. It was not there before. That day you decide you will not look at it again tonight. You turn lights off in the hallway. You avoid stepping near that wall. Still, in sleep you dream of tall trees closing in. The man emerges from shadows with hollow eyes you cannot see but feel. You wake covered in sweat. Night 3, you force yourself to walk past the photo. Light from the moon casts angled beams across the wall. The man looks almost human now, his face half visible. The hat-brim shadows mask his mouth and nose. His eyes, 2 hollows, reflect something hungry. You pull up your camera phone. You aim flashlight onto the photo. You take a picture. The flash reveals more than daylight could. The hat's shadow shifts, the outline of his mouth, a slight grimace. A hand pressed against the inside of the glass, or is that a trick of light? You look at the captured image on your phone, you zoom in. The man's hand looks like it is trying to push through the glass. Fingertips blurred. You feel goosebumps. You put the phone down. You decide to lock the photo in the attic. You unhook it. You carry it upstairs. In the attic, old boxes, dust motes drifting in moonlight. You find a corner, hide it behind an old painting. You close the door. For 2 nights, nothing, quiet, peaceful. You breathe easier. Sleep returns. Night 5, you are awakened by soft tapping, not nails, something gentler. From above, maybe from attic, or hallway. You sit up, listen, the tapping again, tap, tap, dot, dot, pause, dot, dot, your pulse racing, you grip your sheet. You close your eyes but cannot sleep. After a while the tapping stops, silence. Next morning, daylight brings a shock. You go to attic to retrieve something, the painting, the box, dust disturbed. Your photograph missing. You search, not in painting, not behind boxes. Not anywhere in attic. You descend stairs. In the hallway, on the same nail where it hung originally, the picture frame is back, hung, with cracked glass, yellowed edges, man in overcoat, hat brim low. You approach, you examine, the man has stepped closer, his hand pressed clearly against the glass. Fingertips smeared as if he is pushing. His face a grotesque half-smile or just distortion, but there is something in his eyes. Light glinting, you reach out. Touch the glass, cold, colder than ambient. The frame rattles slightly as if something exerts pressure from behind. You stumble back, heart pounding. You look away, then peep again. The man's face harder to see, the smile gone. Only hollow darkness. You leave the photograph on the wall. You avoid walking by that wall at night. You sleep with door locked. Night later, you hear soft whisper, almost voice, indistinct, maybe your name, maybe not. It draws you from bed. You follow sound into hallway. Your flashlight flickers. The photograph stands there, frame glowing faintly under moonlight. The glass fogged, your breath visible in cold air. You stare. Suddenly a low guttural laugh echoes from behind you or inside the hallway. You cannot tell. You feel pressure on your back, hair standing. You spin, nothing. You turn to the photograph. The man now has both hands pressed on glass, fingers splayed. He is closer, stepping forward into frame. His facial features sharpened, cheeks sunken, mouth twisted. The laugh again, louder, closer. You run back to bedroom, locked door. Morning. You gather courage. You remove photograph. You carry it outside. You throw it in dumpster behind your house. The wood frame breaks, glass shatters. You watch as waste collectors take it away. Weeks pass. You relax. Nights are quiet. You almost believe it ended. Then one night, months later, as you drift off, you hear tapping at your window, slow, deliberate. You sit up, heart beating. You lean toward window, rain outside. A shape pressed against glass, a silhouette with a wide-brimmed hat, a hand against window pane. Fingers where you saw fingers before. You gasp, the silhouette fades. You never bought another photograph since. You never speak of the photo. But sometimes when the wind moans through the corridors, when moonlight distorts shadows, you feel eyes in the dark, watching, waiting.